Not that long ago, I ranked all of the Scarlet and Violet shinies, and what can I say, that video pushed us over 1,000 subs. It was my first video to get 1,000 likes. Thank you so much. But that being said, my business is not done. It's now time for me to put my money where my mouth is. As we normally do on this channel, I have remade every single Generation 9 shiny. So, without further ado, I know what you're here for, let's get on with it. So of course, starting out with Sprigatito, how could it not be an autumnal shiny? A nice autumnal orange with green accents, looks fantastic, it's 100% what the shiny should have been. However, as we move up the evolutionary chain, that orange turns into a pinkish reddish colour, but the green accents do remain. Then we move on to Meowscarada, and what is better than a black or white shiny than a black and white shiny? It looks really nice with a red accent, and then of course you've got the green to cut through that red. And if you've watched my previous videos, you will know that my favourite two colours to make shiny are red and purple. Yeah, that looks nice. But talking of purple, here comes a Fuecoco, the inspiration simply being the future ghost typing. A slightly darker purple than Fuecoco, and I really like this one, so much better than his original shiny in my personal opinion. Then we go on to Skeledirge, and this looks awesome. Cyan and purple are such a good combination. There's not really much more to say, it looks absolutely phenomenal and it's type relevant. If you removed his fire typing completely, this would be his colour scheme, 100%. Judging by Quaxly's personality, it's gotta be a pink shiny, right? Quaxwell takes that pink and amplifies it to 100, this is so bright, but I do really like it. And this is the reason for the pink shiny. Quaquaval has such a vibrant, bubbly personality, and the washed out shiny, it looks good, but it doesn't really fit the Pokemon. I feel like this does the Pokemon justice. Lechonk's shiny was perfect, to be honest. I'm not going to top it, but you know, a little muddy pig looks pretty good. Same goes for Oinkologne. I'm not going to beat the original shiny, so I just swapped the color schemes, and I think it looks pretty good, especially the female one. Tarantula was one of the Pokemon that also had a very, very good shiny. I made him strawberry colored because it looks pretty cute, to be honest. That's kind of it, it's just cute. And then the reason for the red is because Spidops reminds me of Deadpool after this one comment that I saw. I had to do it. Nice and simple for Nimble, it's a grasshopper, goes green. Low Kicks keeps to that theme, it goes green as well. Pawmi goes a nice light blue, it'll make more sense as we go up the evolutionary chain. Pawmo, again, nice cyan colour, pretty good, pretty good. And now this is where it starts to make sense. Pawmot just reminds me of a Super Saiyan with his hair, obviously it's normally a gold colour. His actual shiny is then red, kind of like Super Saiyan God, or maybe Kaioken. And then of course, Cyan for Super Saiyan Blue. So Tandemaus and Maushold are the only ones that I didn't really want to use the PNG for because they looked really tacky. It was actually easier to make them out of the 3D models in the game, so this is kind of what I want them to look like. There is an inspiration behind them, but I want to see if you can guess what the inspiration is. Comment down below and I'll let you know what it is at the end of the video. The clue that I'll give you is that a family of 4 have probably read their fair share of children's storybooks. Before we get on to the next shiny, if you are enjoying this video, please do drop it a like. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. It really does help the channel grow, and I hope you enjoy the video. I've gone over Fido in the past, but I've made it a strawberry flavoured Fido. Looks very nice. And then Dashbun goes this colour. It kind of looks like jam in a way, like a grape jelly or something. It looks strangely delicious. Smoliv, great shiny, black shiny, what else are you gonna do? I decided to think outside the box. I could have made it a red colour to represent a red olive, but that's too easy, man. I decided to make it blue to represent an orange berry. Black does look the best, but I think blue is a close second. No dramatic changes with Dolive or Arboliva. What are you called? I've already spoken about Squawkabilly shiny in my ranking video, but for all intents and purposes, I want it red. Nacli goes a pink colour to represent Himalayan pink salt, and would you believe it, the 2 evolutions go pink as well. Now Charcadet, I'm not a big fan of his original shiny. I know a lot of people kind of appreciate the subtlety, but I'm not one for subtle. I've made it orange because it looks good in orange. I kept the eye red and yellow just to represent that Armor Rouge, and then the ghostly flame on top to represent that Ceruledge, so both evolutions are still present. What else do you do with these 2? You just switch their colours around, and my god, Armor Rouge is an S rank, look at that. In my top 10 pink shiny Pokemon video, I mentioned how I really like the combination of white and pink on cute Pokemon. Here we go. And continuing that pink theme, Bellybolt goes a very vibrant pink and cyan colour, retaining his yellow little electric thing as well, just so his attacks make sense, because, you know, the animation is still going to be yellow. Wattrel trades in its yellow for an electric blue colour, and then the beak and feet go yellow instead of orange. And simply put, electric blue continues onto Killer Wattrel. I'm not gonna lie, the original shiny was great, but I think this looks good. I think the white and the blue looks really nice, and then you've got the clash of the red nose. Mabostiff keeps that blue colouring, albeit a bit darker. Now Shroodle goes a nice brown with blue eyes, and then for Grafaiai, I just need to direct your attention to this shiny here that I post in quite a few of my videos because I'm so proud of it. Brambling goes white and grey with the green and red accents, looks very ghostly, very on point. Now in my opinion, this really does look like a grass ghost type more than the original colour palette. The dark green clashes with the red, the grey, it looks so good. What am I supposed to do? I got given a tentacle looking creature. I made it a tentacle colour, but I didn't want to just copy its colour completely, so I made the red a purple, and, you know, that makes it original, right? It felt lazy to do it twice. Toadscroll goes this cyan, white, and black colour. I really think the cyan and black work really well together. I mean, I would say that. I made cloth green in reference to the emerald crab, also known as the Mithraculous Sculptus. That just sounds like a password to the Gryffindor common room.
Password.
Mithraculous Sculptus.
Nothing too over the top with Capsakid, just a nice lime green with a red accent. Pretty simple, pretty nice. This is how you do a pepper Pokemon, Game Freak. Why, oh why, did the peppers not change initially? With Rellor, obviously a gold ball is a good ball. What about a silver ball? You can't really get a metallic look in a PNG very easily, so let's pretend it's silver. Bravska still goes a gold colour, but it's more of a copper gold this time. But obviously the star of the show is the giant orb that he's carrying, which is now a menacing green colour with some black smoke. Somewhat of a subtle shiny, but I'll explain the lore when we get to Tinkaton. As you can see, the hammer is now a silver and purple colour, and the purple on the body has gotten a bit darker. The same concept carried over to Tinkaton. Tinkaton is the same colours as Tinkertuff, because instead of Corviknight, it's now made its hammer out of Revavroom. Wiglet, nice and simple, green nose, blue eyes, pretty good. And then Wugtrio, honestly, make it whatever colour you want. I picked a yellow. Now Storks normally have their beak and feet in one of two colours, either pink or yellow. There you go, simple. Finizen goes a pale pink colour with a nice yellow ring around its tail. However, when it evolves, it gets a blue heart on its chest and the ring turns white. The hero form retains that blue heart but then gets a deep crimson colour. Varoom goes from a purple to a toxic green, and Revavroom sticks to that theme but has some purple accents. Cyclizar just goes a nice pale blue with a yellow dot, and then Orthworm is kind of the opposite, where it's a nice yellow colour with some blue dots. Glimmet kind of looks like a flower with a green body and some pink petals, and then Glamora is very much inspired by a Pokeball. Greavard goes a sickly green colour because it's very ghoulish. Houndstone also then continues that ghoulish green vibe. White or grey would work great on Flamigo, given that that's actually the colour of flamingos, but I don't know, a purple just looks so nice. Cetoddle stays white and has blue accents, and this Titan from my previous video was my favourite, but I don't really want to duplicate, so have this one instead. It looks okay. Veluza, I couldn't really decide between blue and yellow. Blue makes more sense, it being a water type, but yellow does look good. Please do let me know which one of these two you do prefer. Dondozo follows the Gyarados route and goes a nice deep red, which looks very nice and so much better than the original shiny. And then Tatsugiri goes purple, green and blue because they're, well, they look good. Annihilate goes like an off-green colour in reference to Primeape's original shiny. Really like this one. It's really dull and washed out, but it looks very, very nice. This is an extremely subtle shiny from Wooper, but I actually really like it. Same with Clodsire, it's just a bit more purple, but I think it looks good. It's subtle, but it's there. There's no real reason for the blue colour, I just think it looks good with the black and the pink. Since the Dunsparce is a joke Pokemon, why don't we give it a joke shiny? If you want less of a jokey shiny, how about this pink and grey one? King Gambit goes a black and gold colour, really nice colour combination. And then we move on to the Paradox Pokemon. Great Tusk goes this brown colour with green accents, very nice colour combination. Screamtail goes an orange colour with green eyes. Again, I like the combination. Brute Bonnet goes this dark green. It really lends itself to the grass dark typing really well. This was such a painful Pokemon to make a shiny for, but I settled on this. It's probably my least favourite that I've made, but I guess it looks okay. Witherwing looks really good in green in my opinion. Takes a very unique Pokemon to pull off the green shiny. Think it does it well. Kinda similar to its original shiny. I was thinking about changing the ferrofluid to a white colour, but nah, it just didn't look right to be honest. They nailed the shiny originally, so all I can do is tweak it slightly. Somewhat of a subtle shiny I guess for Iron Treads. The red goes a nice orange colour. Iron Bundle then copies Delibird shiny with a nice green secondary colour. Talking of green, that is the primary colour of Iron Hand, a nice lime green, looks really nice. And then the Mecha Hydreigon goes a nice green and copper colour. With Iron Moth being based on the sun, it goes blue in reference to the blue stars. And I must admit, it's probably my favourite shiny that I've made this generation. Iron Thorns, I couldn't really beat its original shiny, but it goes a blue colour with a nice cyan accent. We then move on to Frigibax, who's a grey colour with pink little tassels. When it evolves into Arctobax, the grey turns a bit darker and the pink tassels turn into pinkish purple claws. When it evolves again into Baxcalibur, the grey gets darker again, now being a black colour. But that black is also backed up by the icy blue and the purple claws. A shiny Gimmighoul is just a normal Gimmighoul, but it likes silver coins over gold. Not to mention, its chest is now purple. I could have just made it a solid silver, but that just felt too lazy. Instead, I wanted to keep some gold accents, and also, of course, that chest on its little belt goes purple as well. The first legendary, Wuxian, goes a nice dark colour to represent that grass dark typing, as it also does with Shenpao because the ice crystals on its body are now a nice obsidian black. Tinglu looks very menacing with a nice dark red and black colour scheme. And I'll be honest, Chi-Yu, I'm not going to beat its original shiny, but a black shiny never looks bad. Roaring Moon goes a black colour with navy wings. And once again, I need your opinion. Which Iron Valiant do you prefer? The blue and red or the pink and green? And finally, we're onto the box art legendaries, of course, like Ceruledge and Armarouge. I've just switched their colours around. They look alright, but I'm not going to beat their original shinies, so I'll take the L on that one. And that is all of Generation 9. These are my favourite videos to make because they spark a lot of conversation in the comments. I love hearing your opinion, so please don't be shy. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of all of my creations. Even if you want to give them a rank S through F, let me know what you thought. If you have liked this video, please do give it a like and consider hitting that subscribe button if you want to see more. If you do like fan shinies like this, feel free to follow me on Twitter and let me know. But for now, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.